So a reason you might shy away from doing a manual swap on something newer is the electrical.
Long gone to the Yukon boys, 'cause the Yukon is calling for me.
Because you gotta have the clutch neutral safety switch. With your automatics, it's gonna be totally different. You're gonna have to program the computer. And it's all scary. But Jared's gonna show you exactly how he wired up the clutch switch on this Yukon Do It.
So this is what the pigtail looks like for the 99 to 2006 Chevys. And this connector has been discontinued by GM, but there are a couple companies that still make it. We've got an S1184. It was about $60 just for the pigtail. So there are a couple ways to get it cheaper, but honestly, having one already made. Of the 6 pins, it's basically just 3 different circuits, and so you've got 2 wires for each circuit. Pins A and B, these 2, that's what cancels the cruise control when you push in the clutch. So just like when you push in the brake, it cancels cruise. What this does is just adds a brake point on the cruise control as well. Pins C and D, those run the neutral safety switch, and it's a normally closed or normally open circuit. So then when you send 12 volts to that, then it can, the starter relay can close and it can start. Pins E and F, that is taking 12 volt power, sending 12 volts to the computer so that it knows whether the clutch is pressed or not. That one is a normally closed circuit, so the computer has 12 volts at all times until the clutch is pushed, and when it no longer has 12 volts, it knows, okay, they're pressing the clutch. And so the tuner, there's some debate on whether or not you need that one. Tuners can do different things with that information, as far as getting your RPMs to come down faster, setting a rev limiter of when it's in neutral or clutch in. And so it is worthwhile, but some people will say it's not a necessity. And where we've tied this in, we're trying to keep away from adding new wiring. And from the factory, the neutral safety portions of it are wired up into this bulkhead, and then this harness that goes down to the brake pedal, you just have to add a couple pins in there or tie in to the other side of it to grab the neutral safety power and then the return line.
So this is with the cluster out. You can kind of see better the wires that he's talking about. There's a bigger plug on the back here, and kind of see the wires that he's connected into here, and those connect into our pluggy switch.
The power distribution block under the hood. And so that neutral safety switch, if you don't want to tie in up there, really what you need to do is take 12 volts to the switch, and then you need to power up 12 volts into either this pin or this pin. And then on the 99 to 02, the ground side of the signal on the relay just goes straight to ground, but 03 to 06, it ends up going to the PCM, and the PCM decides whether or not it's going to get ground. For this one to work, we had to go in and modify the tune to tell the computer that it had a manual trans, and then it allowed it to have the neutral safety switch work as it should.
Have the ground at the right times.
We've got the PCM connectors out, and this is the blue connector here. The 99 to 02 have a blue and red set of connectors, and then the 03 to 06 have a blue and green set of connectors. What we want is pin 35 in the blue connector. And if you look right there, it's that one just below the clip. And so I'm just going to punch a hole in that with my pick and then send the new pin in. You have to take this top little cover off right here. You just put a pick in either side, push down on the tab, and then pop that off. And that allows the pins to go all the way up and through and clip into place. Okay, so that pin's right in there. And then I'm gonna loom this with the rest.
All buttoned back up. Got the computer program to know that it's got a manual in it. I don't know if I got enough battery charge here. Let me try to hike up in this thing with a camera in my hand. But pretty cool. Let's see if it'll start up. Oh, wah wah. Battery's dead. Alright, we charged the battery. Oh, and it locks the doors on us. That's why I keep the key out of it while I'm charging your battery. See if it starts this time. Oh, look at that. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, I know what it is. My transfer case is in neutral. I haven't put my transfer case shifter in yet. So I guess we'll put a transfer case shifter in, and we'll try to move it.
Long gone to the Yukon boys, as the Yukon is calling for.